A very good morning to all of you. This is a video for the students of class 8 subject science. We were studying chapter number 5, that is coal and petroleum. This is your lecture number 2. Topics to be covered in this lecture are petroleum, and after that formation of petroleum, means how petroleum formed. Then refining of petroleum. Last topic is fractional distillation of petroleum. Petroleum. Petroleum is a natural resource and it is very important for us because it is used as a fuel in automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters and cars, and it is made up of two words, petra and oleum. Now the meaning of petra is rock and oleum means oil. Petroleum is a oil which is found deep under the earth between the layers of rock, and it is a naturally occurring dark colored thick oily liquid. Means it is a naturally occurring resource which is dark colored, means dark in color and thick oily liquid, and it is a mixture of various hydrocarbons and other liquid organic compounds. Means petroleum is a mixture of various hydrocarbons and other liquid organic compounds, and petroleum is lighter than water and also insoluble in water. And where it is found? It is found deep under the earth between the layers of unprevious rocks. Now what is the meaning of unprevious rocks? Means the rocks which do not allow liquid to go through. Okay, so it is found deep under the earth between the layers of unprevious rocks. And petroleum is called black gold due to its great commercial importance. Means every component of petroleum has some use. Okay, that's why it is often called black gold, because petroleum is very precious for us. It is a precious resource. That's why it is called black gold, and it has great importance. Due to its great importance, it is called black gold. And all of us know that how important is petrol, right? Now the question is how petroleum formed. So now we will study formation of petroleum, means how petroleum is formed. Petroleum is formed from organisms living in the sea such as algae or many other dead organisms. Means petroleum formed from the remains of sea creatures. As they died, then their body settled at the bottom of the sea or ocean. Means dead remains of marine animals and plants settled at the bottom of the sea or ocean and got covered with sediments. Means got covered with sand, clay, etc. And over millions of years, due to intense heat and pressure in the lower regions, more layers settled over the seabed. Then the organic matter, which is at the lower region, liquefied and seeped down until it reached a bed of impervious rocks. And in this way, dead organism transformed it into petroleum. Means due to high temperature and high pressure, the dead organisms transformed into petroleum, because due to high temperature and high pressure in the lower region, more layers settled over the seabed, means at the lower region, and then the organic matter, means the dead remains of sea creatures liquefied and seeped down until it reached a bed of impervious rocks. And then these dead organisms, means in this way, these dead organisms is transformed into petroleum. Next topic is refining of petroleum. Now petroleum refinery means separating its component. Means the process of separation of various constituents or fractions of petroleum is called refining of petroleum. It is carried out at petroleum refineries and it is done by fractional distillation. Okay, so what is refining of petroleum? Simply, refining of petroleum means separating the components of petroleum, and it is done by fractional distillation. So now we will study the fractional distillation of petroleum. Our next topic is fractional distillation of petroleum. See, we have learned that the all constituents or components of petroleum can be separated by fractional distillation. And fractional distillation of crude oil or crude petroleum can be done in a long fractionating column. This is a long fractionating column in which some trays are present. And this process of separating components of petroleum is done by their boiling point. See, we know that the different components have different boiling point. Some components have low boiling point and some have high boiling point. So they get separated by their boiling point. So first of all, the crude oil is heated at about 400 degrees Celsius temperature. And from this end, the crude oil enters into the fractionating column and the components condense on the trays by their boiling point, because on the lowermost tray boiling point is high. So the fraction, the constituent which has high boiling point condense on the lowermost tray, and the constituent or fraction which have low boiling point condense on the topmost tray, like petrol. The boiling point of petrol is low, that's why it condenses on the topmost tray. Okay, so in this way, all the constituents are separated by this fractional distillation. These constituents have different boiling point. Okay, so because of their different boiling point, all the components or constituents get separated, and we get lot of things from petroleum like petrol, naphtha, kerosene, diesel, fuel oil. Okay, and some residue is also left at the end, means at this point. Okay, and this residue is bitumen and paraffin wax. Okay, and the gas which is released from this fractionating column is called petroleum gas. Means petroleum gas is released in the process of refining of petroleum. Okay, means during fractional distillation a gas is released which is petroleum gas. Means the fraction which has higher boiling point condenses near base, and the fraction which has low boiling point condenses in the topmost tray, and the gas which goes out of the column is known as petroleum gas. So students, fractional distillation of crude petroleum is done in a tall fractionating column in a petroleum refinery. Means it is carried out in petroleum refinery. Crude oil is heated to about 400 degrees Celsius. The fraction which has higher boiling point condenses near base, and the one having a low boiling point condenses in the topmost tray. Now this table showing various constituents of petroleum and their uses. Means we get lot of things from petroleum, okay, and some of them are, first is petroleum gas, means the gas release or goes out of the column, which is petroleum gas, okay. It is also called LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, and where it is used? It is used as a fuel for homes and industries, and it is also used in the production of carbon black. Now second constituent is petrol. It is very important for us because it is used as a fuel in vehicles like cars, scooters, and also as a solvent for dry cleaning clothes. Means if we want to dry clean the clothes, then it acts as a solvent. Third is kerosene. It is used as a fuel in wick stoves and used for lighting in Petromax lamps, and also used as a fuel in jet aeroplanes. Next is diesel. It is used as a fuel for heavy vehicles. Means for light vehicles we can use petrol, but for heavy vehicles diesel is used, like ships, trucks, etc. It acts as a fuel for heavy vehicles like ships, trucks, etc. and to run water pumps and generators. Next is lubricating oil. It is used to lubricate machinery so that all the parts of the machine work properly. Means it decreases the friction between the parts of the machine, okay. Next is paraffin wax. It is used for making candles, wax paper, Vaseline, grease, shoe polish, and in face cream also. Next is bitumen. Bitumen is also obtained from residue of fractional distillation, and it is used for making road surfaces and paints. Means paraffin wax and bitumens both are obtained from residue of fractional distillation process, okay. And paraffin wax is used for making candles, wax paper, Vaseline, grease, shoe polish, and in face cream. And bitumen is used for making road surfaces and paints. And every component of petroleum has some use. That's why it is called black gold. Okay. Now we will discuss the homework solution of previous lecture. First question was multiple choice question. A part is a dark colored liquid with an unpleasant smell is. So a dark colored liquid with an unpleasant smell is coal tar. Answer is coal tar. B part is the variety of coal with the lowest percentage of carbon is. Answer is peat. Okay, peat is a coal which has lowest percentage of carbon. C part is an example of renewable source of energy is air, water, wind. All of these are renewable source of energy because they are in unlimited quantity in nature. So all of these. D part, which of these is called hard coal? Answer is anthracite. Anthracite is called hard coal. Second question was fill in the blanks. A part, coal is formed by the process coal dash. So coal is formed by the process called carbonization. Dash, dash and dash are obtained during the destructive distillation of coal. So coal tar, coke, and coal gas are obtained during the destructive distillation of coal. C part. Dash is a dark, thick liquid with an unpleasant smell and is a mixture of hydrocarbons. So answer is coal tar. Coal tar is a dark, thick liquid with an unpleasant smell and it is a mixture of hydrocarbons. Question number 3. Define destructive distillation. Answer is the decomposition of coal at higher temperature in the absence of air to produce useful organic and inorganic products is called destructive distillation of coal. Okay, and the useful products obtained from destructive distillation of coal are coke, coal tar and coal gas. Question number 4. Distinguish between exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources. So, inexhaustible natural resources are those resources which are present in unlimited quantity in nature. Okay. Example, air, water and sunlight. And exhaustible natural resources are those resources which are present in limited amount in nature and cannot be replenished, means restored continuously, means they can be exhausted. Means exhaustible natural resources can be exhausted but inexhaustible natural resources cannot be exhausted. Examples are coal, petroleum and natural gas. Means all the fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources. Now this is your today's homework. First question is multiple choice question. A part. The process of separating useful fraction or constituents from petroleum is called. Options are destructive distillation, refining, condensation, none of these. B part is which of the following is called black coal. Options are diesel, CNG, petroleum, biogas. Next question is match the following. Petrol, fuel in wick stoves, kerosene, fuel in heavy vehicles, petroleum gas, making road surface, diesel, making candles, bitumen, LPG fuel in homes, paraffin wax, fuel in light vehicle. This is paraffin wax. Okay. Question number 3 is what is the other name of petroleum? Next question is how is petroleum formed in nature? Means you have to write formation of petroleum. Okay. So these are 4 questions you have to do in your fair notebook today. So this ends for today's lecture. Thank you.